You're now tuned in to the Good, Bad, and Indifferent podcast.
You got Omar, ShalomIsrael, and Chris.
Yo, the people are waiting. Let's start the show.
It's time to feel held by life itself, rather than holding everything alone. Allow life to nourish you.
Okay. Nourishment.
Be nourished, you too.
Ah, yes. Specialized diet.
Emotionally, Chris.
Ah, yes.
You know what? Today, I feel like we're going to be talking about like a prayer, religion. Omar, that was good, right? You heard my voice? Like a prayer.
Probably why they do need a prayer, because they do hear your voice.
Religion, y'all. Religion.
Yeah.
All right, we just kick it right off. The practicing of multiple religions is frowned upon.
Yeah.
And the reason why I say that is because, listen, everyone who knows me, I love books. I will read whatever book they put in front of me. I'll give anything a try. So I've read the Quran. I read the Bible. I read the Buddhist. I read a lot of them.
Yeah.
And every time someone sees me holding one of these books, they're judging me. They're like, "Oh, I can't believe you're not reading the Bible. I can't believe you're not believing in God." I'm like, dude, I'm reading the book. Calm down.
Yeah.
Right.
I just want to see if I can see differences in the way everyone looks upon the universe.
Right.
I didn't jump into these religions yet. I was like, I'm just reading books.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I'm telling you, the fights, the arguments I had because of that shit.
Literal fights, too.
Ridiculous.
Yeah. Coming up, that was blasphemy, right? It was like, don't even read another book, doctrine. Don't even, because it's going to, what is it? Kind of, like a better term, taint your mind or influence you to go to their religion or somehow
Sway.
denounce. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I'm like, to his point, I was like, well, then how do we know what we're actually up against? Because I don't know if I don't read that much as much as you do, but it's just like I noticed from being a Christian, it's, people outside of Christianity are more often than not called enemies. So what's one thing you have to know about your enemy? You have to know how to defeat them or know who the enemy is. So how do I know anything about this perceived enemy? I don't even read or educate myself. Yeah. Right? Like, especially if you're dealing with the devil who, again, with the Bible, like can take any form and will just wait you out. I'm like, well, I guess I'll just wing it because I wasn't allowed to read about anything. So I'm so and on the flip side of it, if you're going to fight me because I'm trying to learn something, then how about I don't learn anything about you either? Right? Which is unfortunate. In your time, is there any one religion versus another that causes more of a fight?
And it makes me laugh. So when I read, I guess it's called the Quran, the one the Muslims read, that's the one I get more flack on. Like, I'm just reading the book. I'm just reading the book. They're like, no, now you don't eat pork, you a 5%. You're like, yo, fucking breathe.
Like, relax.
I'm just reading a book.
Right.
But yeah, the Quran, oh my God. I actually got into like a couple of fist fights because of that. I'm like, breathe easy. I'm like, it's just a book. I'm like, it's a Bible for a different religion. That's all it is. It's a Bible. It's the word of their God. Leave me be.
Wait, they're fist fighting you over their like them opposing the Quran, or are they fist fighting you? Oh, okay.
Yeah, because they're saying I'll turn my back on the religion I was born into. I was like, first of all, you're not born into religion. You're baptized into a religion. Okay. I was like, and if you were never baptized, then what religion are you?
Right. Wait, is that true? Like, you guys are talking to the wrong person because religion, that is a can of worms in itself. Like, I qualify myself as being spiritual, and I have lots of practice with religion though, because I grew up in a very religious household, and my father was, for all intents and purposes, like authoritative religious man. Okay. But like, to your point, Omar, it's interesting that you subscribed or took interest in more than one religion, because we would go to different churches every Sunday.
Oh, wow.
And like, for the most part, they were Christian, but there was Baha'i, which I think is Christian. Okay. There were, there might have been a couple Jewish synagogues, thank you, because sometimes I get that confused. Maybe when I was very, very young. But like, I found there to be a benefit to that, because you end up hearing the same story told in 25 different languages with 13 different names for this person who we all are supposed to be answering to, receiving guidance from. And when I took the liberty to like reach out to Google, which I know, you got to take it with a grain of salt, right? to just kind of like throw it out there. Like, give me names for God in different religions. You got Elohim, Yahweh,
Allah.
Adonai, Allah, Jehovah, Vishnu, Abba, Allah, like Jesus, Krishna, Rama, like all these different names for me. So I'm coming from a spiritual perspective for the same energy. It's an energy that we believe either protects us, guides us, whatever. But I found as quite young, that everybody who was standing at the front of this group of people was talking like literally they're all telling the same story, but one's just telling it from a different perspective. It's like nowadays, oh my God. It's like social media. An event happens and you got 6 different phones, 6 different POVs. Yep. Literally, that's religion to me. Yet, everybody wants to say that their phone, because they were on an iPhone, that means that your phone sucks and what you captured means nothing because it's not. I don't have time for it. So for me, I'm just going to go ahead and put it out there. You're all saying the same thing. You're just saying that on Monday you wear pink and on Wednesday I have to wear green and then when I pray facing this way, and then when you pray you go down, and then it's like we're all doing the same thing, people. Yes. That's just me though. And I know people will get stressed out and they will fight over it, and we have literally slaughtered, raped, and pillaged over it. Yes. Yeah. But in my mind, I'm like, it's just a different language, people. We're all not speaking the same language, which is fair. I get it. 7 billion people on the planet.
Exactly.
It's the same thing. And it frustrates me that people would like to create hierarchies and people would like to kill as a result of this belief. It's the same belief.
Yes.
I will just say, I'm going to wear it on a T-shirt. Do they have a T-shirt?
I'm sure. That? If you can make it.
You can make it.
Yeah.
I will make it.
Yeah, there it is.
Mm-hmm. Hopefully I won't get beat up, but.
You're going to use your God-given talent to make that shirt.
There you go. There you go.
Like I was told by the Almighty.
Exactly. Going into, I don't want to say rebuttal because we're not arguing. We're just talking about this. But that in and of itself, that's in my mind.
Okay.
Right? And that's the training in church, right?
Yeah.
From what you said, what's on the tip of my head is I got to retort. I got to set you right. You know what I'm saying? And I'm glad I got that out of my mouth because it's like, that's people need to understand this, like especially with Christianity. I know, one of the nicknames Bible thumpers, right? It's like, nope, it's right here. This is the word, living word. Which none of my tone or what I'm saying is I'm not renouncing anything, and nor is anyone in here saying to our listeners to renounce our belief or whatever, right?
Yeah.
We're just having a good old discussion. Adults in the room here, right? Invite the children, explain to them later, right? To me, asking questions. And just as you were talking, there was questions that were coming up in my mind. I know I couldn't ask when I was little.
Yeah.
I was immediately labeled disruptive. I was ostracized. Wow. You don't question fact.
Right.
Like today is Saturday. I can't ask what day it is. Right? You know what I'm saying? And this is like, what day it is. Yeah, I'm not even going to correct you and tell you because you know for a fact what this is.
Right.
And on one hand, I get it. I can understand where that's coming from because you should know what day it is. Yeah. There's that powerful word should again, right? But on the other hand, it's like 1, confirmation.
Yep.
2, I'm specifically talking to when we're actually children, not like the biblical sense of children, like I am under the age of 10.
Right.
Right. So why are we going to church? Mm-hmm. I can understand when an adult hears that. And I'm using the correct tone. Why are we going to church?
Yeah.
I know on some ears, why are we going to church? It's the same exact words, but you are hearing something. You're choosing to listen to something that I'm not saying.
Yeah.
Right? And I'm literally asking as an 8, 9, 10-year-old who's leaving the Nintendo on pause because I'm coming back in 2 hours.
Valid question.
Why are we going? Yeah, it's valid. And here come the other questions. Can I stay home by myself? Can I read the word by myself?
Yeah.
Like, any of that, nope, blasphemy. Nope, that's the devil.
No
and
way.
Everything, and it's not, everything's a strong word, but the majority of things were, I keep using all these all-inclusive words. The majority of things were, majority of the time, lined up with the enemy. I could never have, and I'll say this with complete certainty, I could never have my own negative thought. It was always influenced by the devil. And I understand where that's coming from, but it sets you up for a failure as an adult because as an adult, that's the devil. Devil, get away from me. Like, no, you thought that. Like, definitely had nothing to do with that. That's you saying what you wanted to say.
Own it.
Yeah, exactly. Own it. But again, to that ownership, I'm owning the devil. Like, you're a part of him. I'm like, wow, I'm just, hold on, wait a minute. Like, why are we reading this? Like, to your point, reading the book. Like, I want to read this. I was about to
say the same thing.
Yeah, and like the King James Version versus the NIV, like the New International, like all these different versions of the Bible. Yeah, and like, because it breaks down like, today's modern English, which is, again, we as, most people who will do any research, the Bible's been interpreted so many times over.
Yes.
And now you want to add today's air quotes slang to it. It's just like, I have a lot of questions because in my own lifetime, I've seen new versions of Bibles be created, right? And it's like, well, hold on now, right? You got the American English version, just the English version, and like, because
Yo, I forgot. Like, it's been a while.
And one thing was taught, like drilled into us at Sunday church school, just being a Christian, was don't change the words of God. Like, that Bible is sacred. Like, you are not supposed to. If you can't understand it, good. Like, God's.
Wait, but so what did they say to all the virgins then? What did those people say?
I haven't been in church in a minute, so yeah. It'd be nice to hear that, but again, it was like the word of God is living, right? Like, you don't change the word. Like, obviously, you make it plainer for people to pick it up. But like, if the word is 18 syllables with 3 silent Z's, and don't change that, right? Like, what I'm saying? Like, that's what he wrote. It's not made for you to be simpler. It's not made to be simpler.
But that's what gets me, because they always saying is the word of God.
Yep.
But it's man-made.
Right.
Who knows what really God.
Facts.
So and that's the reason why.
That's what I thought.
When he said about reading the book, that's the reason why I read all the books. I was like, it was written by man. It wasn't written by the Lord himself. The Lord didn't jot this down and then throw the book at someone like, hey, these are my words.
It filtered through,
So, and I was like, I'm telling you, when you talking about getting ostracized because you asking questions, it was the same thing with reading the book. It was like, you can't get away from it.
Yeah. And to put more button on it from my perspective, and you've said this before, and you said it too, leading up to the fight you had. This is people's life or death. Some people, and I'm not, again, no one's chastising anybody, believe what you believe, don't believe what you don't believe, right? But there's a fine line that you find, I think, and we all find it too, some of us find it way too late, literally on our deathbed, of, that's the kind of openness that the Bible, in my example, was saying. Do unto others how you do unto yourself. Like, you would want someone to ask you questions, would you not? Yeah. You would want space to answer your question, right? But you spend all this time, the fights, the wars, the pillaging, the rapes, and all this stuff. And then when you feel your lungs give it up on you, like, oh, damn, I wish somebody was here to listen to me. I'm sure you do.
Right.
I am sure you do. Right. I'm sure you wanted that question answered that you asked, instead of being punched in the face for asking what is going on.
Right.
right. I had the book and I was like, wait, did I just get hit?
Yeah.
It was it happened so fast. I was like, damn, this is crazy.
In the name of the Lord, too.
Yep.
In the name of the Lord,
they
too.
They use it. Yep. Yeah.
Another one, so I was baptized with Christianity and all that, the Lord. Mm-hmm. But there was a moment where in my life I was like, I go to church, I pay my dues.
Yeah.
I try to live a good life, and then you're just like, okay, you're not doing it for me right now, Lord. So I gotta find something else to do. Mm-hmm. So I went into Buddhism.
Oh, nice.
There's different forms of it. I know the one I went to gets a lot of hate on because the correct, where they say, this is what they say, there's the correct way of Buddhism. You're supposed to go to a temple, you're supposed to speak to the monk, and the monk is the one who determines if your question or your comment is okay to be heard by their Lord.
Oh, wow. No way. I did not know that.
And I'm telling you, when I found that, I was like, what? I was like, I'll be damned if I have to speak to someone and that person's the one to be like, you know what, you're not important enough to speak to the Lord right now. I'm come back with another question.
Exactly.
Yeah. So the one I practiced was Nietzsche's Buddhism.
Yeah. I think my mom did that.
And that one you could speak to, I guess, your Lord by yourself.
No middleman?
No middleman.
Gotcha.
The chant and everything, you chant for what you want and the universe will provide it. And I was like, okay, so I started doing that, and then I started seeing differences, and I was like, okay. What I didn't like was, and this is where the hypocrisy comes on.
Right.
What's that, Rusty?
Oh, boy.
Bitch on the horn. They say you can't practice more than one at a time. Like, when I was practicing the Buddhism, they were like, well, since you're practicing Buddhism, now you have to get rid of your Christianity. I was like...
You're like, I got to do what?
I was like, I got to do what? I was like, wait a minute. I was like, this is supposed to be free will.
Right.
I was like, if I want to, I practice all the religions I want. And I was like, you can't say anything to me. They were like, no, but if Nietzsche was to meet Jesus, they'd have been good friends. I was like, okay, so they would have been good friends. So why do I have to denounce one in order to practice the other? I was like,
yo,
and they were supposed to be friends. Friends.
Wow.
That's me clapping my hands in friendship.
Omar with the graphics.
Why do I have to denounce one?
Right.
So, and then that turned me off when they did that, and I was like, okay. So right now I'm just like from time to time I do go to church. Sometimes I do go to the temple, not the temple with the monks. It's just the temple to speak to the Buddha.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, wow.
That's cool. I did not know that.
Yeah. Being transparent, Buddhism introduced to me in the church was more like what you call like a hippie, like free spirit. Like they're not really, you're just, not you, but like people who are Buddhists, right? We're just, you're masking being in the world a reprobate mind with I'm free to do whatever. Yeah. Yeah, and that's how it was presented to me. It's like, oh, Buddhists, they think they can do whatever because they're calm, they're peaceful, they light their incense, they're doing the sounds and clangs and stuff like that, but they're going straight to hell because they're not grounded anywhere, right? Because they're just so free. And I'm like, I'm just being transparent. That's how it was. Like they're just let them do whatever, right? And for people listening, I'm doing my hand. I'm like, get away from it, doing the shoe, flicking the wrist. It's like, they're just out there, and I'm like, wow. And to his point, again, going back to what he said opening this episode was like reading the Quran. Like if you even mention, I don't even know what word starts with a K in the Bible, but if you even like, what are you about to say? Like it's like best not say Quran here.
I'm like, Karen?
Yeah, I know. Like that's her name. Right. I care about you. Like because one I know serious point of contention is, and I've heard people on both sides when they mention that in the Quran they do have a belief in Jesus, but he's just a prophet. Yes. And the way they say that word "just," you better back up. If you say that word with some sauce on it, he's just a prophet. Okay, I'm gonna pack up because this is about to turn left versus we believe he's just a prophet. Yeah. That opens up the discussion. But Jesus is just a prophet. Check, please.
Exactly. Like, look at the time. I gotta go back. It is 1:30 afternoon. I gotta go home. Exactly. It's late. Right.
Yeah.
No, it's crazy. It's crazy out there.
Yeah, beyond crazy. And with regards to Christianity, I'm not hammering it on. I'm not only hammering on Christianity. I'm speaking on what I know. Right?
Yeah.
That I believe.
Your experience.
And it's not the only religion I know to walk around like that. But I believe the line is crossed too often of people knowingly using fear when leading someone to Christ. And I can have my own experience with it. And I've seen when they altar calls and stuff like that. Again, no one outside of following someone's 2 feet and 2 steps throughout the world knows exactly, what they're going through when they're hearing that Lord's Prayer. But I know for me, it left me with the feeling as a young preteen, I'm just going to use a time, at 2:13, we're having this prayer. And Omar says, look, life or death. Jesus is life forever. If not, death. 2:14, what's your decision? Like, whoa. Like, wait a minute. You just hit me with...
It's a bit intense.
Yeah. And I'm like, and I'm not even 13, hormones out of control. I don't experience myself. Amen. All these things are going in this one direction. And here comes this literal freight train of, hey, when you die, which may be in the next minute, because you never know. Remember, these are all fire and brimstone. We never know when Jesus is coming. So he might, what? Is that the door? Is he here now? Like, like what? Looking you in your eye. Do you want life forever, or do you want to die and be in this pit of hell and agony? What do you think I'm going to choose? Right. And to my other point, I had immediate questions because I'm like, it wasn't who wouldn't want everlasting life, but it's just like, time out. Can I read? Where are you getting this from?
Right.
Can I read
Who
it?
told you that? Right. Let me see. Where is that?
Exactly. Just from my own eyes, right? All right. Can I bring my dad? Like, can I dot. There is no room for interpretation because in that moment in particular, that's the devil. He's trying to keep you from being saved. Like, it's not. I'm 12.
Right.
You interrupted Super Mario 3. Like, I was watching. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not taking anything.
Like, you don't understand. Read the room.
Yeah, and I get it. I understand you coming from your point. Yes, I believe you're coming from a standpoint. I want you on the other side with me, everlasting life. I want to give people that benefit of the doubt. Yeah. Right. But there's a line. Like, you don't have to scare me into this. Right. Right. Like, if you'd have left me to my own devices, maybe it wouldn't have happened at 2:14, but maybe at 2:15, I would have pushed pause.
Into it.
Right. But you never gave me that. Right. And the excitement of my voice, because I've had this discussion on the now freer part of my life, being a full-grown man away from what, my upbringing was, it's like I still would have arrived here. I believe that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And what I believe, God's timing. But I'll use the word, forced me into it back then, because it was like I was scared literally out of my mind. I'm like, when I legit was scared that night when I went to sleep. If I didn't say the correct words, if I didn't say that Lord's Prayer verbatim.
Waking up.
Yeah, and because you literally out of nowhere came up on me, and it was like, yeah, when you die, I know I understand death. We're mortal back then.
Yeah.
But it's like, yeah, you either going to just live in eternal pain,
right,
or be blissfully glee and,
right.
skipping through the meadows and like, you'll see all your ancestors. And like, so let me flip it around to you, right? What would you choose?
Right.
And the question I'm asked, would you choose to have someone talk to you the way you're talking to me? And I guarantee you would say no. I guarantee you would say no, but you're not giving me that space. And it's like, and I know we're not put on this earth. Well, I don't think it's fair for us to be, while we're walking this earth, to take on everyone else's pain. But I can't help but to think that people who aren't able to speak, either because they're dead, gone, or in actual cults, like, what do they think?
Yeah, exactly.
Right? Because like we know, people still get beaten to the ground for not accepting Jesus to this day. And I'm like, I'll back you up off me chin music in a minute if you come to me with that. And I know that's not a good thing to say, but I'm just being transparent. The people who can't fight, figuratively and literally, what are they saying?
Yeah.
And what are they going back into their cell groups that, look, when we get our chance, we ain't doing nothing for Jesus, because they scared. Like, who is this Jesus you're talking about?
Yeah.
And on the other side of that, you're saying he's this all-loving, all-knowing thing. I'm like, does he know what you're talking about?
Right.
Because that don't sound like love to me.
Right,
It does not at all. It does not.
Yeah, because I feel like, he's all loving, but he's a jealous God. Okay, hold up.
Wait, so you said,
like,
right.
Hold up, so,
no wonder we're in these broken
which is it? He loves me or he's jealous? Like, what's going on?
Yeah, and you have to be careful in these with any conversation, especially with, and as a teacher, and when they're impressionable, you have to be careful. It's either, if you don't know what you're doing, you got to back away.
Yeah.
Right? Don't even call somebody else.
Nothing.
You have to back. Yeah, it's easier to just back away and let bygones be bygones. But to your point, right? Like you're saying, is he generous, jealous, all these things? And I'm like, you can't compact all of these things into this. Well, you're going to learn that later. If you take what's in box number 1, eternal life. And if not, well, this conversation
I feel
won't.
bad for you.
Yeah,
right,
or
right,
we're gonna, or that leaves ambiguous. We're gonna turn the heat up. Now it's gonna be Omar and Shalom coming to you on Monday. Now it's gonna be Omar, Shalom, and Shalom sister on Tuesday. We're gonna just batter you until you give us an answer.
Right.
Do you want everlasting life or not? And I had the same thing too, right? And I had to. Unfortunately, I chose to do this, and I'm believing that it worked. But I prayed the Lord's Prayer apart from people many times over when I felt comfortable to do it.
Yeah.
Right. And even in that, I felt guilt of like, oh damn, I don't think Jesus. I lied to him the first time. All of these things, because I can't ask questions.
Yeah.
Right.
Can't ask questions.
Yeah.
So I'm left to my own devices. I'm like, well, I guess this is what the Bible means. Because if I ask, that means I'm behind in my learning scale of I didn't. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, it was so much, and it's unneeded.
Yeah, definitely.
Right. If paradise is the goal, where is fear? Where is anger? Where is the fight? You know what I'm saying? Like, if anything, it'd be like, okay, I'm gonna leave this winning lottery ticket right here in your house. It's up to you to cash it. I can't get mad at you for that, right? I left it in your house. Yeah. Granted, I probably copied it and will use it on my own when you don't do it, right? Because I'm not gonna let you just not win the lottery. But I gave you everything you needed, right? You know what this lottery ticket does. Up to you. Now let's go to the movies. Like, let's just continue. I don't need to berate you.
Yeah.
I don't need to slap your hand when you go look at another book. Right. And it's just like, it's literally, and I'm not saying it's a good way, amazing when it gets to these points of what's supposed to be a happy and everlasting thing, of how quick it knowingly turns negative and just physically imposing. And it's like, you wonder why people do what we do. One of the reasons why people do what we do. Right. And we all have a lot of us have convenient amnesia. I don't know why Chris don't come to church. You don't? It's like, you don't? It's like, you're the, okay, we'll take this offline, right?
Right.
And before you go, I'm sorry, bring the train at Petticoat Junction. Put everybody on the train.
Stuff them in.
Who uses fear. Yes, when I say stuff them in, I want you to go on the train, look for the AC, take it out, and throw it on the train, and roll the windows up. And put duct tape on the windows.
Duct tape.
Yes, and leave it parked underneath the sun right there. At 12 noon, when the sun is at its zenith, leave the train
Who's
sitting
on the
right.
train?
All the people who use fear to lead you to religion, not just Christianity. Just stop. You don't have to. I don't know what is going on in people's mind where you feel you elect yourself, the representative of this, whatever religion you're coming with, you better do this. And you better understand everything I'm telling you, because if it doesn't happen, whoever I'm coming in the name of, they're behind me too. And I'm sending more at you. You better do it now. Like, you better. And if you don't, you're worse than me. I'm like, well, I was going to have a good day today, but, I was. And to all of your points, and I know I'm long, this is passionate, and there's like very deep scars with this. But you mentioned earlier, like you said, you pay your dues. How do you know in that time that you stopped me, I wasn't on the way to help you, give money to the church, bring somebody who actually does need this Lord's Prayer more than me? Like, you have no idea what I was about to do. Yeah. According to the God that you says works in mysterious ways that you don't even know what he's working on. So you don't even know if he had me in position to do anything else. All you know in this moment, you took it upon yourself to scare the hell out of me, to not go to hell, but to go to Jesus. And if I don't take it, even on top of that, how do you know Jesus told me not to accept it from you? How do you know he told me wait because there's someone else that you have no idea. All you did was you shut me down and put me in a small little box. Right. Do what I tell you to do, or you're not.
Or else. Yeah.
Right?
You guys keep saying he. That's one of my things. I actually do as well. So I'm not going to pretend like I haven't. It's a default pronoun.
Okay.
I find it fascinating that most of our gods that humans have decided to worship, pray to, receive guidance from is under the pronoun he, him, his.
Yeah.
Has anybody ever noticed that? I know it's come up a lot. And especially in current times, that has been challenged. But I'm confused. Why gotta be a dude? Why gotta be a man? Why does this higher power, and I think, actually, I'm going to go ahead and answer my own question. I didn't even let Omar and Chris speak.
I know.
I'm going to go ahead and just answer my own question. Because in my mind, I get that we're now in a patriarch. We have been for several decades, centuries, whatever. But my thing is that I feel like human beings are so concrete, which is where these books come into play, which is where like the fear comes into play, which makes sense. If you have a classroom of students and there's no rule, then don't be shocked when kids start punching each other in the face and falling over and failing and crying and like sneaking and hiding. It makes sense. Human beings do have to have some sort of organization. Okay, cool. Bring this into existence. And this is what this is the way we've decided to go. But like, I find it interesting that we all subscribe to that in particular, because that in itself to me is telling of the idea that we have created something concrete that we can invest in or that we can use as guide rails. That pronoun in itself to me, and that it's not ever been challenged or, well, it does get challenged, but like for so long, ultimately, automatically we say he, him. And I am very much also a participant. I will automatically, it's just like the default because that's what I grew up with.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, how, like that's awkward in itself because then you're saying it's in human form, something that we can understand. But why? Why do we need to understand it through our lens?
And I know people can come at me this way.
Yo, let's do it.
So the reason why a lot of people, and people may take this as a joke as well. The reason why we say the Lord is a he, because a woman wouldn't put us through shit like this.
Ooh, I love that. You can go ahead and say that again. Facts.
And
ding, ding, ding.
No, and I know, and like I said, I know I'm gonna get attacked. I know I'm gonna get attacked. But my thing is, women are more efficient at certain things.
Go ahead, keep going. And what else?
I'm looking at the way Chris look at me. Chris he about to throw his laptop and everything at me. He like, oh, this motherfucker. But again, this is the reason why. I always say. This is the reason I say he's a God, because guys bring chaos.
Yo. Understood. I like that.
Women are better than the FBI. Like they will get shit done quicker.
Right. Things more efficient. Bit more organized.
Solve faster. Like listen.
More
listen,
DEI.
It's not against the guys, but I'm telling you right now, a woman with a plan can never be beat.
Yo, I'm gonna go ahead and accept that.
Yes, you just walked out of here.
I will accept that.
with your,
I've never. No one's ever brought that.
I've never heard that answer
response.
I'll give you an open and shut Venus flytrap answer.
Open and shut.
And I'm putting myself back when I was a teenager because God said so. Don't ask.
Oh, that was
damn. Yeah.
That's comical to me. Sorry for whoever responded to Chris in that way. That's comical.
It's the word. That's
no, but it does say you can't question.
Yeah, and my stuttering isn't because I don't have a thought. It's I don't know what English word to put to it. It is right. And I mean, it's just how do you describe something that just
awkward? Because in that sense, his ass was also white.
Well,
let's
just
bring it. Because his ass was white, right?
You can't be white. You can't be white in Africa.
Well, but oh my God, that's so many cans of worms.
Is Egypt not in Africa?
No, I'm actually 100% in that boat, but it's just awkward
in the Bible it says his woolly hair.
Right.
I never seen a white person with woolly hair.
I mean,
Well, it's funny, not funny. It's amazing that how quick the arguments are this topic of God and gender, but as soon as you go to what skin color or what race Jesus is, that's. You crossed. Hold on.
Right.
Hold on now. I'm
right.
like wait a minute now, because you saw me get up on my chair. That's the program. Like no, wait, no. Especially for a black person.
I was afraid for you.
Wait, but so what's program for you? For you, personally,
it's two parts. To Omar's point, the scripture is very clear. It was not white. Like there's features of him that were not what we considered white, Caucasian, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
On the other side, as a black person, we have been. And still are so far beneath everything and put down beneath everything.
Yeah.
You're not going to take our Jesus and make him white too. Right?
Yeah.
That's what you're not going to do. Right? That's we can have it out right here. We're going to go right in the middle of the street. We're going to let everybody see this, have witnesses. Like what you're not going to do about anything else. Like you don't, not you obviously, but like the society, you've taken everything. You made us slaves, all this stuff. You're not taking Jesus. Jesus is one of us. Right? It's like it's
that's
one of
what
those
you
things.
grew up with.
Oh, yeah.
I was the exact opposite.
Really?
I never. Are you kidding me?
No,
I grew up in America, in upstate New York. You can't find a picture of
Puerto Rico
of a non-white.
It's a dark-skinned Jesus.
Yeah.
Get out of here!
The statues are dark-skinned.
Where the hell was I, Mom and Dad?
They do have the pictures of the light-skinned one.
Shut your face right now.
But in Puerto Rico,
both of you had non-white Jesuses.
Yes.
And gods.
Yeah,
I've never, it took until I traveled
for
me to see a picture of anything other than white. You guys know the picture I'm talking about.
Yeah.
White,
brown, the brown hair, the blue eyes.
Mid-length, blue eyes. That's the only thing I ever saw.
With the goatee.
Yo, it's Barber edged him out. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was straight. You guys, I'm jealous.
It wasn't the barber, it was his angel.
Right?
We can't
Archangel Michael.
We can't have
you
looking
hook
crusty
you up
on these streets. That's like
yes, Jesus. Yo, I'm jealous of both of you, and I'm glad that we talked about this because I never, ever, in all those churches my dad was dragging us to in New York, Mississippi, ever would they have a non-black, a non-white baby Jesus, ever. Never seen it. All the religions, he was always white.
Yeah, that was.
Oh my God, that's amazing, you guys.
Yeah. No, for sure. And I don't know if it's a good, I'll take this as a good thing, but I don't know, again, me looking backwards, was that a conscious thing, right? Like, was it, should we care about it?
Yeah.
Right? If it's in the word, to my point, okay, belief. Why are my feelings involved with something that's a fact? Right? Everyone knows I don't like direct sunlight, but it's still the sun. I don't argue that the sun is in the sky, right? I'm not going to argue that the word said Jesus' hair was woolly and he's from a place that's not where white people come from. Why am I getting upset? Right? So why is it anything other than a belief? Right. There shouldn't be. It shouldn't just be blah. Right? It should just be.
No, he didn't have any words.
Yeah, I know, because it's not. It's not a happy or sad thing. It's a fact. Like this is what it is. Okay, and move on. Yeah. No, we don't.
And the craziest thing is, in every book I read that's considered a Bible to whoever it belongs to, all of them I read, Jesus is the same thing, different complexion.
Right.
I was like, oh, so the Lord was basically dark skinned in every book I read.
Yeah. Interesting, but in every movie I've seen,
how we get white, I don't know. Well,
you know what I mean?
This is a whole nother conversation. Because we all know we have some answers for that.
Wait, so let's take a moment to pause.
Indeed.
Then, good, bad, and different, because we all know religion brings it all.
All right.
Good, bad, and indifferent.
I'll jump out there with indifferent.
Okay.
And I'll wipe the cheesy smile off my face as I try to say this. I honestly do say believe in what you believe in. Asterisks. I prefer people not to believe in negativity or the devil, as I call it. But again, it would then wipe out my first statement of believe in what you believe in. I really, hey, knock yourself out. In some cases, please knock yourself out in what you believe in. And that's not a judgment. It's just believe in something.
Yeah.
And whatever that something is, if it means something to you, that's the most important. Between you and whoever you report to, that's the conversation that you need to have and leave that open. I encourage people to believe in something that you know is above you. And you define what you think is above, but believe in something that you feel has the power above you. And I think we all tread water better that way rather than believing in something that's on the same level as yourself.
I think I'm going to take the bad because I feel like we spoke about it today, and religion for me, in my experience and in my observation, and this is just my humble observation, that religion proves to provide humans with an excuse to do horrible things, and they will lead with their belief in order to impose and, like we said, rape, pillage, crucify, kill, murder, gun down, starve, and it's always because of this religion. I think that is terrifying, especially because we're saying the buck stops with whatever higher power we believe in. So if the higher power said kamikaze,
that's it,
and do whatever and go into this village and burn I think that's horrifying about religion. In my opinion.
I got the tough one. I got the good. Well, the good is we're all alive to talk about it. Life is given to us through whatever power it is. And we have the opportunity to talk about it. We have the opportunity to learn more about different religions, hopefully without getting crucified. But, it's about growing and learning.
Indeed. And with that, what we learn, kids. Peace.
Amen.
Keeping that too.
What's up, y'all? This is Omar.
ShalomIsrael.
And Chris.
From The Good, Bad, and Indifferent. We want to thank you for listening to this episode. You can find us wherever you get your podcasts. On IG, YouTube, TikTok, all of that. So go ahead. Give us a follow. Click on that subscribe button. Leave us a comment and do what you got to do so we can see you on the next episode.